So the July Visa Bulletin has been released, and we've seen some movement in some employment categories as well as some family categories. Let's talk about this in this video as well as some of my predictions for the next few months. I'll see you on the other side. So we'll talk about that, some of the advancements, what moved, what hasn't moved, and we'll talk about some predictions for the next few months. Everybody's waiting, everybody's anxious. Things are slow right now, so we'll talk about that in this video. If you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified. We release videos every single week. We also do live videos to update you on current events, and there's going to be quite a few things happening this week. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I am an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and we represent clients in all 50 states. So let's dive in right into the July 2020 Visa Bulletin. Let's start with the employment-based categories. So if we look at the employment-based categories, we have some, if you try to summarize it a little bit, we can look at a glance. EB1 China advanced by 1 week to August 22, 2017. EB1 India advanced 11 months to May 8, 2017. EB2 China is going to advance by 1 week to November 8, 2015. And if you look at EB2 India, it advanced by almost 1 month to July 8, 2009. So it's not as much as we expected, but there's been some advancement, and I think we're going to see more of that coming up. EB3 worldwide advanced over 5 months to April 15, 2018. And EB3 China is going to advance by 1 week to June 22nd, 2016. EB3 India is going to advance by 2 months to June 1st, 2019. The chart that we're looking right now is final action dates. And if we go back to the final category, EB5 India will become current, while EB5 China will advance by 1 week to July 22nd, 2015. EB5 Vietnam advanced by 3 weeks to May 15, 2017. Those of you that are inside the United States and you are waiting for your adjustment of status based on employment, the chart that you have to look at is the final action date chart. This is the chart that we have here on the screen right now. Now, if we look at the overall picture of employment-based immigration on the Visa Bulletin, the advancement is not really significant, but it is somehow an advancement. Remember that you have to distinguish the Visa Bulletin whether you are inside the United States or if you are outside of the United States. If you're inside the United States, we have to go with what the USCIS Visa Bulletin instructions are. And right now, those instructions are to follow the final action dates for both employment and for family category, just for the F2A category, which we're going to be talking about it right now. If you look at the final action dates for family, so if you are inside the United States, you are on F2A category, which is spouses of green card holders and children under 21. This category is still current, and you are able to file your adjustment of status inside the United States. So just like in June of 2020, for July of 2020, if you are inside the United States, the USCIS specifically said that you're able to use the final action dates to look at your adjustment of status if you are on the F2A category. If you are not an F2A category, if you are all other family categories, which is F1, F2B, F3, F4, then you have to look at date of filing, which is a little bit different, and the dates there are not current for quite a few of these applications, and of course not for F2A as well. So if you're F2A and you are inside the United States, then you should look at the chart, which is final action dates. But for all other family categories, you have to look at date of filing. And again, it is definitely still backlogged and it's still slow, but We're hoping to see some better movement in the next months ahead. But again, the difference between June and July was not really that much. But it's definitely been, we've seen some movement forward, and that's kind of how we see it in the employment base. I want to go back into the employment base right now and kind of talk a little bit more detail to go through each category one by one. All right, so let's go into the employment based a little bit more detailed and go through the different categories and see where they are right now. Final action dates. All right. So EB1, let's go to EB1. China is at August 22nd, 2017. India, May 8, 2017. All other countries are current. EB2, China is November 8, 2017. India is July 8, 2009. All other countries are current. EB3, professional and skilled workers. China is June 22nd, 2016. India is June 1st, 2009. All other countries are at April 15, 2018. EB3, other workers. China, July 22nd, 2008. India, June 1st, 2009. All other countries are April 15, 2018. EB4, we have to distinguish El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, February 1st, 2017. Mexico, June 15, 2018. All other countries are current. And EB5, China is at July 22nd, 2015. India is current. Vietnam is at May 15, 2017. And all other countries are current. All right, guys, so now let's go into, let's look at the dates for filing. Cutoff dates for July 2020, which is a little bit different. China, EB1, China is November 1st, 2017. India is August 1st, 2017. All other countries are current. EB2, dates for filing. China, August 1st, 2016. India, August 15, 2009. All other countries are current. EB3, professional and skilled workers. China, March 1st, 2017. India, February 1st, 2010. All other countries are April 1st, 2019. EB3, other workers. China, August 1st, 2008. India, February 1st, 2010. All other countries are April 1st, 2019. EB4, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, May 1st, 2017. All other countries remain current. And China, for EB5, December 15, 2015. All other countries remain current. All right, so this is the chart for dates for filing, cutoff date. So as you can see, in the July 2020 Visa Bulletin, there's quite a backlog in the family category as well as employment. We've seen some minor advancements as we described specifically for countries like India and China, but overall we don't see too much of a big difference from the Visa Bulletin that was released in June. Let's talk about some of the Visa Bulletin July 2020 predictions. So there's been some good movement in the family category as well as employment, even though it's been only a few weeks, but there's still been a good movement. In the family categories, we haven't seen anything that will cause any retrogression, which is great news. The State Department reports that there continues to be a very, very high demand for visas, specifically in the fourth category, family division, for citizens of Mexico. If this trend continues, we may see a retrogression in this category. If we look at the employment base, EB5 category for India is now current, which is amazing because it's been backlogged for a while, and now citizens of India that their dates are current are now able to proceed with their applications. So that's amazing. People always ask, can you shorten the wait time from the Visa Bulletin categories? Well, the general answer is no. You cannot shorten the wait time. The Visa Bulletin is released every month, and you have to follow your category, and based on that, you'll be able to process your case. However, if you are in a green card process, so for example, let's say you have an EB2 green card based on employment. If your priority date is current and you file for your I-140, you can pay a premium processing fee to the USCIS, and your case can be processed in 2 weeks instead of waiting 6 to 8 months. So that's one way to speed up the process. It's not applicable, premium processing is not applicable for all applications. It's applicable for some of them. So in some cases you can do that, but that's kind of in a way, it's not a way to bypass the Visa Bulletin. It's just a way to speed up the process of waiting for your green card to be processed faster. So that's just one way to do it. But overall, you have to wait for your priority date to become current and then go from there. So what you need to do right now, what you have to do is stay up to date. Follow the Visa Bulletin every month. Watch our videos. Stay in the know. Understand which Visa Bulletin controls in the USCIS. Make sure you understand if there's a way to speed up your case and move forward. Most importantly, follow the news as well to make sure to see if there's any things that can change the process of application, if there's any executive orders that can impact your case. Immigration law is being really crazy these days. There's so many changes, and we try to keep you updated every single day. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.